What's up, YouTube? My name is Jason, and this is my take. I'm back, and I'd like to welcome you all back to the days. Yes, the end of year list for 2021. And as you can see today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 albums of 2021 that are in the non-hip hop R&B space, more specifically pop, alternative, electronica, jazz, and more. Look, without further ado, let's hop right into it. And with number 10, we got the new Yebba album, Dawn. Yes, guys, it's simple. I heard Yebba's Heartbreak on Certified Lover Boy, and I was like, who is this? And let's dive into it. And so I gave this album a listen, and it made sense. Like, Yebba has such an amazing voice. I don't really even know what complaints there really are when it comes to this album. A smooth voice over smooth production that sees her with features like A$AP Rocky on there as well. To me, it was just clear why Yebba has just been talked about quite a bit this year. I'm glad that I was able to hear her in a different setting, in a different project, to be able to get here and hear why she stuck out so much to me. You guys should definitely check this out if you haven't. Number 9 on the list is the new Nascent album, minus the BS, Life is Great. Now, Nascent is a producer, and I stumbled upon him when I heard the song Lock It Up that featured Saba and Duckworth, and I was blown away. I love Saba and Duckworth as well, so I was curious to know who this person was. I gathered that they were a producer because I didn't hear them on the song. And this album here was it's just very chill, very low key. It's like the album cover, like that's the vibe of it. It's just like night, like lights, like just walking down the street. Like it was really cool, very laid back. A mixture of instrumentals and actual songs with different artists. It's just a ride, man. Like you guys should definitely check it out. It's definitely good, like driving music, chill music to have in the background. I very much enjoyed his production. That's more hip hop, but it is in the electronica space. Yeah, guys, definitely check this project out. Nascent, minus the BS, Life is Great, and I hope I pronounced his name right. All right, number 8 on the list is the new Elton John album, The Lockdown Sessions. You know, I was a little hesitant going into this album, just seeing the track list, seeing just how, you know, full the track list is, these big artists. And I don't know why I did that, because Elton John came through with a dope collection of tracks, seeing him team up with Lil Nas X, Miley Cyrus, Nicki Minaj, Young Thug, just, you know, so many different people. This album just felt good, you know, us being in this pandemic, just hearing music like that through it, man, it just felt good, man. Elton John still sounding as young as ever on here. It was just exciting, man. It was knowing what this album was, and that it was made, you know, during the pandemic that we're still in. I felt like I forgot about the pandemic, like listening to this thing. Elton John did his thing, man. At number 7, we got the new Hiatus Kaiyote album, Mood Valiant. This was one of the highly anticipated albums that I was waiting for. It's been, what, 6 or 7 years since these guys last dropped a project. They're an Australian alternative group who you gotta get into it, man. I'm telling you. Their last album, Choose Your Weapon, is like a classic, like top to bottom, like album, in my opinion, that blends elements of alternative R&B and neo soul. Their lead singer, Napalm, just has such a powerful voice. And on this new album here, nothing changes. And, you know, while I don't think that it lives up to Choose Your Weapon, the vibe that these guys create, man, is just like the smoothest thing. Live instrumentation, this is a full band, so you get that live feel. Along with Napalm just like taking us on this journey, man. It's so beautiful, and you guys should definitely check this group out if you haven't. Number 6 on the list is the new James Blake album, Friends That Break Your Heart. And this is my first full album experience with James Blake. I heard a few songs here and there, but I'm definitely a James Blake fan at this point. Man, the voice that this guy has, man, I really haven't heard anything like it. over very smooth beats. What I like about James Blake is just like how he can really enter into different sounds and different genres. I've heard him on a lot of hip hop type songs, and there are elements of hip hop on here. He's teaming up with people like Jid and SZA as well. He's talking about, essentially the title in a lot of different songs about, the ones that are closest to you can be the ones that also break your heart. And that can do a lot to you. So, after experiencing this project, I definitely want to, go back and listen to some of the other projects that he has out, because this guy is just super talented, man. It can't be denied. Number 5 on the list is the new Madlib album, Sound Ancestors. Now, this is a project that I would have never thought I would put on a list like this, because this is strictly an instrumental project. Madlib is known as one of the greatest producers of all time in hip hop. And on this album here, it's just a collection of beats that are more electronica and hip hop infused. And this project just proves why he is one of the greats. So, we think about Pinata, we think about Bandana, we think about Mad Villainy when we think about Madlib, and just, the greatness that he has when it comes to his sampling techniques, and, how he puts stuff together to make, the craziest, smoothest, like upbeat. Like he can create anything, man. Like this dude really can do it all. And for those who like, instrumental projects, or like to have that on when they're doing work or different things, like definitely give this a try. It's great for that. Like it feels good. I'm ready for Madlib to drop another one, man, honestly. Number 4 on the list is the new Lil Nas X album, Montero. Lil Nas X finally comes through with his debut album, a guy that a lot of people thought was a one-hit wonder. I was wondering if he was going to be the same, but that will never be questioned by me after listening to this project right here. Lil Nas X, the troll that we know him to be in a lot of ways, got really serious and really personal on this album, and talking about his mental health, suicidal thoughts, different relationships that he's been in, heartbreak, what people say about him in the media, because everybody has something to say about Lil Nas X. With a lot of the production being from Take a Day Trip, like this sounded amazing. Lil Nas X, from a rapping and a singing perspective, was really in his bag, and he just proved that he's going to be here for a while. He is not going anywhere. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what this dude continues to do to push those boundaries, and to just keep being himself, keep angering those who are upset for some reason, who knows. But Lil Nas X, man, like did his thing, and Montero was one of my favorite projects this year. Now, number 3 on this list is the new Adele album, 30. She's back like she never left, man. And Adele discusses divorce. She recently went through a divorce and really lays out her emotions and how she was feeling through that, her thoughts on love and wanting to chase after that again, explaining this stuff to her son and how she's feeling. Like, she was just so open and so vulnerable on this album. And like, it's Adele, man. We know what we're gonna get from a production standpoint. We got a little more hip hop bass type production as well on here. One of my favorite songs, All Night Parking in Honolulu, was amazing. One of my favorite songs this year. And listen, it's probably gonna be another 5 or 6 years till we hear from Adele again. That's just how it goes. But when she comes back, she delivers. And that's definitely what she did here on 30. All right, guys, our final 2 here. At number 2, we got the new Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett album, Love for Sale. Now, Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett team up once again, and I believe this is their last collab together, as Tony Bennett was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. They decided to come together for one more collaboration project, and this is a jazz album. And man, like, what do I even say? Like, these guys were doing covers, by the way, but the chemistry that these two had, they each had their moments where they shined, and when they came together, it just sounded like they've been doing this for decades, man. Tony Bennett sounds amazing. Like, you wouldn't think that this is an old person, like how he sounds. Like, it's effortless. And Lady Gaga, man, like, what can this woman not do? You know, mainly known for her work in the pop lane. Like, she jumped over here with Tony Bennett. Like this is what she's been doing all along, man. She did her thing. She definitely stuck out to me. I'm curious to see what she's doing next from a solo work perspective. So Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett, man, Love for Sale. Check this one out if you haven't. And at number 1, we got the new Joy Crookes album, Skin. If you guys haven't checked out my review on Joy Crookes' project Skin, just know I thought it was perfect. I still think it's perfect. This is my first time hearing about her. This is her solo debut as well. So I'm glad that I stumbled upon this project right when it came out, because this woman, man, oh my goodness. Diving into topics that are very political, talking about gentrification, talking about love, talking about toxic relationships, whether it's with a significant other or with family. The way that Joy Crookes just tells these stories, how she just lays it out, her pen game is immaculate. She has such a beautiful, unique voice as well. You guys definitely got to get into this right here, okay? Like, I promise you, it will not disappoint you. So yes, Joy Crookes Skin is my number 1 album of 2021 in the non-hip hop and R&B space. So what did you guys think of my list? What albums would you put on your top 10 in this category? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the top 10 R&B albums of 2021. So I'm excited to present that to you guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jason. This has been my take, and I'll see you next time.